Good morning, beautiful. How are you? Let me tell you how I woke up. A mosquito flew into my eye. Can you believe it? I think God really wanted to make sure I was awake. I haven't really been waking up as early as I used to when I did Good Morning Beautiful in the past. So I think this was like just an insurance, like, no, let's just make sure she gets up on time. So, welcome to Good Morning Beautiful. If this is your first time doing it, or if you have done it before, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that you are here, and I'm excited to spend the next 7 days with you. So, forgive me. This message will be the longest of the seven, and that's because I need to set the stage. So, first, I want you to know that this is a sacred space. It is not a mistake that you find yourself in this virtual room with these exact people at this exact time. You are here by design. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. So remember that in this space, we hold deep mutual trust. What is shared in this space stays in this space. There is no judgment. There is no wrong, silly answer or question. All are valid. I want you to set an intention for your 7 day experience, bearing in mind that the foundations of this space are trust, love, and community. So for the next 7 days, every morning you will receive a voice note. There will be an instruction at the end, which could be a journal prompt, an activity, or an exercise. You have the whole day to complete it, and then when you're done, please give us feedback in the group, okay? So I guess let me introduce myself at this point, right? To make sense. My name is Chulu, and I am your guide on this journey. I'm from Zambia. I am a creative, and I have a teenage son, and I believe I've been called to create communities by celebrating our diversity. But more about that later. As your guide, my role is it's not to do the work for you. Oh no, babe. No, sis. If you thought that you would come in here and you'd listen to a motivational talk and things would just line up and change your life, nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break the news. That's not how it works. I am here to disrupt your comfort. I'm here to interrupt the pattern that you have fallen into that's letting you play small. I am here to stretch you, and we only have 7 days. So there's no time to waste. I will not let you settle for mediocrity because it feels safe. Nope. I'm here to activate the next level of the woman or man you want to become. And that means that sometimes, maybe most, you will be uncomfortable, but that's okay. It also means that you have to do the work. I can't do it for you. I can only guide you, prompt you. But you have to be the one to commit to your transformation and show up for yourself. That means be organized. Have a book or a journal, not just loose papers, Have a book or a journal that you will use for the next 7 days. Make sure that your pen and your journal are very accessible, So when you go to bed at night, put it on your nightstand and it's ready for use the next day. Not that you have to start rushing, trying to find it. I don't know. Okay, I'll do it later. Nah. Carry your journal in your bag. So as you're going about your day, and if a download comes to you, you can jot it down immediately. Make time for Good Morning Beautiful. And this may mean that for the next few days, you wake up an hour earlier. Or you can take a lunch break, not with the people that you usually do, but it's going to be a solo date and it's your time to do Good Morning Beautiful. Or maybe the evening is better for you when everybody is asleep and the house is quiet. Whatever the case is, you have to be intentional about putting time aside. Don't say, "Oh, I'll get to it later." "Oh, when the time opens up, that's when I'll do it." It will never get done. Put yourself on your calendar. Make yourself a priority. You have probably heard me say this before. Please be honest with yourself. Do not self-censor as you write. Let it all out. The worst person that you can lie to is yourself. So please, write raw. Write from the heart. Allow what needs to be revealed to come forth. I also recommend that you actually do it the old-fashioned way. I know like we're in this whole digital age, devices and all of that stuff, but get a pen, get a paper. I know that, we prefer to type, but there's something about the pen and paper. When you put pen to paper, it helps you tap into your subconscious easier. Here's another tip. Here's another tip. And this is more for your sanity and peace, okay? I'm looking out for you. So put this group on mute, okay? I mean, personally, all of my apps, like all the notifications are off, okay? I don't know how you guys do it with all the disturbances, the lights, the beeping, the sounds. I really can't do it, but I digress. What I'm saying to you is put this particular group on mute. Why? Because we have members in here who are on different time zones, okay? So this is people who are all the way from the US, stretching all across to Asia. And that means that everybody is going to be doing the work at their own time. And it means that we could be getting messages at all sorts of hours, okay? And I don't want you to be disturbed by that. However, if you know the time that you have allocated and dedicated to Good Morning Beautiful, then you can come to the group, check, catch up, and do what you need to do. Okay? Now, I know that you know this already, but I'll just make mention. In a community, we listen to each other, we support each other, we comment and we talk to each other, we celebrate each other. I am not the end all, be all of wisdom. Oh Lord, that'll be terrible. We are a collective of wisdom. If we put all of our experiences and our knowledge together, we would be a huge encyclopedia, okay? So be willing to share. Like I said at the beginning, you are here by design. There is someone in here who needs to hear what you have to say. Okay, so now that's out of the way, let's actually get to the reflection of day one. When I started Good Morning Beautiful, I was working for a school. I had a pretty good salary, guys. It was a comfortable life. I won't even lie. And after 5 years, my spirit became restless, and it became more and more clear that God was calling me to something different. And that meant leaving my job. right? So for a while, I resisted because I was afraid of the unknown. I was scared that I didn't have what it takes to be self-employed. I was comfortable with knowing a paycheck would always hit my bank account on the 27th, okay? And everything will be paid. And let's not forget, I'm a single parent. I don't have the luxury of relying on my partner or on a partner to hold us down and hold us up. I don't know which way it is, whilst I figure out this entrepreneurship thing, right? So I kept asking God, like I kept going back, like, hey, are you sure you said leave? Because I mean, look at these, look at all of this, eh? And every time God is like, madam, leave. Yo. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm doing it. Now, you see, I was given a vision, right? And it was really about creating a lifestyle. And in that lifestyle, I envisioned peace, where I'm surrounded by nature and where my work is not bound by one location, but I have the liberty to get up and explore the world as and when inspired. My vision includes building an empire that is based on creating sustainable communities. So that's the vision. That's the big picture, right? And yeah, so I left my job in December 2021. I left the luxury and comfort. So it's been 1 year, guys. And I'd love to say that the business has been an overnight success. Nah, not really. This last year, my car was, we call it like bashed. I don't know if that's the term in most countries. Like it was smashed in the back. My computer is literally hanging on by a thread. The battery is dying. The cable is broken. And these are things where I wouldn't even have to think about it. I would have sorted it out by the 27th. You know, when that bill, that ching ching, that sound comes in, I would have sorted it by then. It wouldn't have been an issue. There have been days where I have been terrorized by the electrical meter beeping every 10 minutes because it's close to zero. But I've had no cash to buy power. On the flip side, in this last year, I have hosted my first retreat. My podcast won the best society and culture podcast in Africa. And every day I get to work in the most beautiful garden, just taking in fresh air, enjoying the beauty of the flowers and just watching some spectacular sunsets. I tell you this story because I want you to think about what surrendering to God means to you. I am assuming that you believe in God, who is the creator of everything, the beginning and the end, the all-knowing, the unlimited source of all, through whom abundance flows. If you believe in that God, how much do you really trust God? How much of yourself are you really willing to surrender? As a sovereign being, what God has called you to do is unique to you. So please don't be like, Chulu said that go quit your job. No. No. Maybe God has given you an instruction to climb the corporate ladder, get to the top so that you can use that influence and resources to make a greater impact in your community, in your country, in the world. Your purpose, your instruction, your vision is unique to you. And you know what it is. I don't have to tell you what it is. You know what it is. What I am asking is for you to be honest with yourself. How much of your life are you willing to surrender to God? Are there parts of you where you think God needs help? Like he needs your help. So you say, okay, God, like you can deal with the kids, like protect them, deal with that. But this job thing, I got you. I'll help you out. I figured it out. I'll do this part. The thing about surrender, and I mean complete surrender, is that you may have to let go of some things like titles, status, money, people, you know? With complete surrender, you may have seen the vision, but you don't see the journey and what you actually have to do to get there. And it means that you may have to be uncomfortable for a season. But surrender is also about trust. Trust that the God who loves you beyond measure knows what is ahead and only wants the best for you. The question is, will you choose to surrender to God? Not part of you, all of you. Will you surrender to this process? Will you surrender to the person who you are being called to become? The choice is yours. So, today and every day of this challenge, I would like for you to write what are called morning pages. This is an exercise of writing three pages every day. Okay. I know for some people it's like, oh my God, is she cry? It seems like a lot to start with, but trust me, you get into it. And even if you have to write the same sentence, write the same words just to fill up the 3 pages, that's actually fine. Okay. Just write 3 pages. By the time we get to the 7th, it'll be a breeze. So today, write about why did you join Good Morning Beautiful? And also write about how you feel about surrendering. What does that actually look like and mean for you? Okay? Now, in the chat, when you do give us feedback, give a little intro today because it's the first day. So give a little intro, your name, the city, and why you joined. I always love to hear that. I look forward to getting to know you better. I pray love and blessings over you for today and chat soon. Love, Chulu.